G'day and welcome back to OSFirstTimer. In this episode, Diana will be attempting to make her own website in a markup language known as HTML, as suggested by Joachim Plum back when our Patreon was still operating. So be sure to go check out his channel. Anyway, will the website turn out good or will Diana be embarrassed to have it in her own name? Keep watching to find out. Okay, so here you are today and you are about to make your own website using HTML, which is a markup language. People don't really do this anymore. People don't just sit there and just use just pure only HTML. They usually use some kind of design programs and stuff like that. It's more visual websites today, but you're going to try what it was kind of more like making a website possibly in the late 90s, early 2000s when they mainly just did HTML.
HTML reminds me of, you know, when you have slow internet or loading issues when you're on your, say, your Gmail or something, and then it has a little option at the bottom, view in HTML or something. Is that right?
Yeah, so basically without all the special effects and new stuff, you're just viewing a very basic HTML version of the site, which takes up less space, less imagery and all of that.
Because that's the only exposure I've had to that, so this is going to be completely new to me.
Yeah, well, anyway, here you are, you're going to start now. Before you do, though, this is the famous city guessing thing. What city is this in Australia?
Oh, that looks like...
No, I'm joking. It's not a city. This is just an area in Australia. It's a landmark.
This looks like the 12 Apostles.
You are 100% correct. This is the 12 Apostles. Do you know by any chance what road that's on?
I wouldn't know the road.
It's on the Great Ocean Road. And what capital city in Australia is it closest to?
Melbourne?
Yep, you're 100% correct. It's just under 3-hour drive southwest of Melbourne. Okay, so first of all, we're going to begin. I'm just going to show you something very quickly. Let's say you wanted to make a website in Notepad, right? So you could start off and you could go, the mega awesome website, end heading 1, paragraph 1.
This is like coding.
It's a markup language. It's not coding. A lot of people think HTML is a programming language. It's not. It's just a markup language. You're just using tags, really. And I'm saying this...
I think there's enough tags being used in this world with all that hashtag stuff. It drives me crazy.
Is super cool. Okay. Now, when you first start learning to make a website in something like high school and stuff, this is what they do. Not all high schools, some high schools, they get you to do it in Notepad. So what you can do is you can actually save this, and I'm going to save it as core website. Instead of having it as a TXT file, see how it's a TXT file?
Text file.
Yep, I'm going to just rename it here to HTML. Yep, and I'm going to open it. And then the website displays the mega awesome website. Remember that was H1 heading 1, and then this was a paragraph. This website is super cool. Now the thing about that, did you find that quite messy? Opening Notepad, saving as HTML, then opening and then viewing. Did you find that a messy process? Yes, and I didn't
understand like the coding stuff of it.
Yeah. So when I was doing this at school about 7 years ago, back in 2010, I developed my own program which I called HTML-ive. Now.
So you developed this yourself?
Yes. Now by today's standards, this is a very, very old program. You wouldn't use it at all in today. It's very ancient. So the idea of this program is you can see your code at the right side of the screen.
And then see what it looks like on the left.
And see what it looks like. So instead of saving and then opening and stuff, you can simply type, this website is super cool, but it's so awesome your computer can't see most of it. There we go. But you see what I mean? You can actually type and see it at the same time.
Yeah.
So you can actually have a website, right? Copy the code of a website, view source code, paste it in. This is actually the Google website back as it looked in 2002. And see, there's a code for it, and there's what it looks like. And you can even steal elements.
Wow.
Yeah, you can steal elements of other websites.
I'm going to.
No.
That coloured thing there, I'm going to make...
What coloured thing?
So, the Google, how it's in
that's an image. You would just make that in Fireworks and then just put an image into the website. As you see, they've centred the Google website. They've got the centre tag there, and that makes it all appear in the centre. If you got rid of the centre, it would be on the side.
Right.
You see? But that's why they have the centre there. The thing about this is you can really easily change anything. For example, see how it says Google search as a button? You could actually just delete the word Google search and make it satanic.
No.
Search, and instead of I'm feeling lucky, you could make it I'm feeling demonic.
Evil.
There you go. So You get what I mean? But anyway, let's get back. You're going to start making your own
Let's
thing from
see.
scratch now. So you're going to be using this program to make your websites, and you're not going to be doing the silly notepad and all of that, because that's just a big mess. Okay?
Yeah, but then I still have to know all the code stuff.
Oh yeah, you still
At
have
least
to do
I know instantly what it looks like, and I'm not doing mistakes and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So you're going to do it, and I've given you a few tasks in the process of doing this. So, initial instructions. You know what? I'm just going to leave that for you right now as is.
Because I'm not going to remember that.
Yep,
all
yep.
those little symbols and
Well,
stuff.
the only symbol is H1, which is heading 1, end heading 1, and then P for paragraph. You simply have an angle bracket, the name of the tag in that bracket, put what you want there, and then just do, another closing tag there. So anyway, what you're going to do, and this will just be your template right now, okay? Mm-hmm. So you can, if you don't remember the P and the H1 tags. So your first task here is write an intro/title to the web page and make the text a large heading at the top of the page that is underlined. It's already a big heading at the top of the page, you just got to name it what you want to call it, and you've got to make it underlined.
So?
The Diana Adams website.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's another word for super awesome.
It's looking very 90s. If I went to a 90s website, I could imagine, this is a 90s website. Anyway, so what you're going to do now is you're going to try and make that underlined.
Okay.
Now, everything
I know.
in this...
Oh.
No, sorry, it doesn't work like that. So obviously there's a tag that you use to underline things. What do you think that tag is? Do you want a hint?
Yeah.
The way I made this program is that you don't even have to remember the tags yourself. So if you go up to the code thing at the top, see where it says code?
Yes.
Click the code drop-down menu, go to HTML,
Yeah.
go to text, and what do you notice?
Ah,
Underline
yeah.
it's a U. See, and you can click it, and it automatically puts the U tag in there for you. See H1 and then U. So there you go. See the U tag?
Yes.
And then the U ends. If you didn't end the U there, it would also have the next sentence underlined.
I got it.
So just have a little look at what it would look like.
But
So
I can see what it looks like.
I know, but
already.
if you didn't end the U there, see how I've got the end U after website?
Yeah.
If you didn't end it, it would have the next line, because see, you never told the U to end. So it
Yeah.
would keep going, even into this paragraph, it would keep
Yeah,
going.
yeah.
So that's why you need to end the U. There we go.
Yeah, got it.
Okay, so you've got that so far. Now below the heading, have smaller text saying, and you've already got the text there, but you've got to change what it says.
Yes.
Click the word YouTube to visit the YouTube website, and make the word YouTube in that sentence a link that actually leads to YouTube when clicked on.
Oh, okay.
So first of all, where it says click the word YouTube, you can just copy and paste that.
Yep.
If you want, straight into the sentence.
So,
Okay, copy. Okay, there we go. So you've got click the word YouTube to visit the YouTube website. But now you've actually got to make the word YouTube in that sentence.
clickable. First of all, I want to make that bold. Or I want to make it sort of blue. Actually, I want to change its colour to blue. Because to make it look as if it's clickable.
When you make it a link, it actually automatically turns
it
itself
makes it
blue.
blue.
So you don't need to do all that
Okay.
kind of stuff.
I'm going to highlight YouTube.
Yep.
And I'm going to go to your little code helping hand thing. Go to text.
Well, that's text. You can look at it there, but do you think
link.
it's going to be there? Yeah, link.
Link.
That's right. Now link location, and you
Ah.
say where it's going to take you to.
Well, then I need to know the YouTube
Okay.
thing. So I'm going to type YouTube in Firefox, and that's the YouTube link. Paste.
And see where it says link text? It says leave link text blanked if you have highlighted text.
I have.
You've already highlighted. So you click make link.
You did pretty good,
And there
didn't
we
you?
go.
But it made it purple. I wanted to make it blue.
It's purple because you've already visited that website.
Oh.
You see?
Okay.
Because the thing is, as you know, once you've clicked on a link, you know how it becomes purple to tell you
Yeah,
you've visited
of
this
course.
link already. Now test it.
Okay.
Actually test the YouTube thing. So click YouTube. Let's see if it works.
Oh,
and
it
yep,
does.
it takes you to the YouTube website.
But what's the point of coming to my website then going to the YouTube website?
This is just, it's completely not pointful at all. It's pointless.
So the Diana Adams website
Yeah.
just simply takes you to YouTube.
That's so far.
Why doesn't it take you to OSFirstTimer so it's something related to me?
Well, you could make it go directly
Well, I'm going to make it to do that.
Well, let's just OS
Because
first.
this is useless. Why would people click my website just to go to YouTube when they can just go to YouTube and cut out the middleman?
Yeah, okay. So where you've got youtube.com, right, you just put /OSFirstTimer. And now if you click the link, have a go. And it's blue now because you haven't visited this, so go ahead. And where does it take you to the OSFirstTimer
That's
page?
proper.
Fantastic.
Best thing on the YouTube website.
Okay.
That's right.
Great. So 3, below that, have more text saying, check out this Google logo, and place a picture of the Google logo under those words.
But what's that got to do about the
It's got
my
nothing to do
website.
with your dynamo. This is just little tasks. You're going to be putting an image in it.
Okay, so I'm going to have more text saying that.
Yep.
So I'm going to...
You're going to need a new paragraph.
So I'm going to copy that, Control V.
Yeah. Any
and
reason
now-
why you copied and pasted that rather than just doing the peace sign?
I just felt like doing this. So now,
You're really not in the mood to write stuff yourself, are you?
no, at least I know in a template it's correct.
Okay. If you guys actually want it, I will include this program in the description of this video that I made, but it's outdated. Don't use it. It's severely outdated. It's not up to date with the newest web standards and stuff like that.
People can recode it and make it up to date.
No,
because
they
this is a
can't.
great
They
thing.
need the source code. It's very outdated
Well,
now.
make a dated version.
Make a dated version.
Yeah, well, this is outdated. Make a dated version.
But dated usually means outdated in today's terms.
Or make a modern version.
Yes, okay. So, check out this Google logo. And you've got to have the Google logo below it.
Now, I'm going to have to get the Google logo from somewhere. So I'm going to go to Firefox.
There's the Google,
Yeah.
right? Their logo on the Google website. Now,
You know what I'm going to do?
Yeah.
I could inspect element of this and find out where they've got that and then paste it in.
You certainly could.
So why don't I do that?
Well, you certainly can do that.
Okay.
What part of the page do you want to inspect? You
The
want
Google.
to inspect the Google. So where do you right click? Okay, and it says image.
Copy.
As you can see, it tried. It didn't quite make it though.
Why not? Why
There
did
was-
it make it on the other one but not on mine?
Because, have a little look at what
Because
it
your
says.
thing's outdated.
No, actually, no. He can make Google logos appear. Remember on the Google 2002 site? What happened is, look at the location it's got there. See SRC, which is the source of where it's going to get the image. It's getting it from /images/branding/Google. Notice how it hasn't got www.google at the front or anything like that?
All
That's
right.
because it's already on the website.
Oh,
You
so I
see?
have to make it the
Yeah.
website.
Yeah.
So I just go back.
A better way to do this would be to right-click the image and see where it says View Image?
Yeah.
Or Copy Image Location. But
Yeah.
View Image and see that's where it's from. Google.com/images.
Yeah.
So if you actually paste that in, you can put it in here. But they've got a bunch of other stuff you really honestly don't need. So the best way to do it would be in the program, code, HTML, image, then you just put the image in. Alternate text is Google, and done. There you go.
But that makes my website look stupid. Check out this Google, as if people haven't seen it before. It's the most common image on Google.
Okay, I know. But anyway,
It's just so silly.
I know it's silly. But anyway,
I'm going to make it the Philip Adams website instead. I don't want to be associated with that silliness.
okay. Anyway, what you're gonna do? No, don't change it now.
I have to because it's just too silly to be associated with me now. There we go.
Okay. Now you got check out this Google logo. Did you want to do something to make it look a little bit better? That check out this Google because it looks a bit.
No matter what you do, it's still really silly and saying the same thing. So just leave it the way it is.
Under the Google logo, have a sentence in italic telling the user to click on the Google logo to visit the Google website and make the Google logo take you to the Google website when you click on it.
Okay.
So,
well,
first of all, you want to make a new paragraph underneath, obviously.
I do, but what I'm going to do is just copy that one. But instead of check out this logo, I'm going to say...
Click on the Google logo to visit the Google website, but it's got to be in italic.
Yeah, I know.
How do you make it in italic?
So I'm going to see what you say though. So text,
But you didn't highlight what part of it you wanted, so it just put it there.
Okay, now, italic.
Okay, there we go. Click
Good.
on the Google, so it's in italic now.
Yep.
Fantastic. Now,
Okay,
how do you make the Google logo click and take you to the HTML site?
well, we did it up here with the YouTube.
Click the word, and then it's got A and
Yeah.
the H reference equals
So,
youtube.com.
let me find the Google thing again.
Which is an image,
Check out this Google logo.
and then below that it's got image and source equals.
Okay, and this is the image here.
You're going to make that a link taking you to the Google website.
Now I forgot. Okay, code, link.
And link location, where's it going to take you?
It's going to the Google website,
Yep.
which is
There.
this.
You
is
don't
the
have
Google.
to. You don't have to get after the question mark, so just get from before the question mark.
I'll just get all of it.
So make link, and you are done. Now, see how it's got that
Yeah.
blue box around
And
it?
it shows the little hand to touch it.
Yeah. Now, click it, try it out. And there you are, you're on
Yep.
the Google website. Now, in saying that though, this program is outdated and it's showing it that purple thing around it, right?
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't show that to you if you were viewing it in Firefox. It's just my viewer that is in here is really old. Links no longer have that thing around it. So
Okay.
if, for example, you actually save this as a website, so as a Philip website, and you click on it and open it in Firefox,
There.
it's there, but it doesn't have the box around
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
You see, because that was just the viewer is quite old.
Yeah.
You could legitimately right now actually host this on a computer, make it so that people could actually visit this website, right? If you had a domain name, you know, and you had, and obviously you have to have a computer on 24/7 with that file there on the computer, and then people click on the website and access it.
That's so silly. Doing that so that they can access something that they can just go to YouTube.
No, but that's why, you know,
and
you
Google.
don't get any old person making a website like you. You actually get a professional making a website with proper stuff on it. You know, a lot of work goes into websites. You don't, this is silliness.
It is silliness. That's why it has your name on it.
Okay. At the top there, that's a large heading. How would you make this a smaller heading? Like, not as large as the top one. Then check out this Google logo. If you wanted it like a bold kind of a heading, that bigger text. How would you do that, but not such a huge heading? A smaller heading. You're allowed to go into code and have a look if you like.
So just to bold it, basically.
No, but bigger text too. Bold doesn't make the text bigger, it just makes the text thicker.
Text. Well, there's bold.
What was above?
Headings. Oh, so heading. Oh, so the top was heading 1.
Yeah.
And these are all different sizes.
Yeah.
So if I
So
made
the-
heading 6, that'll be a really small size.
Yeah, that'll be really small. It's even smaller than the...
Oh, well, it's got your name on it. It's silly, so there we go.
So you can change it and make it a heading 2. There you go. Check out this Google logo. There we go. Now, next up, you've got one more thing to do before you experiment yourself. Make a bar using a table at the bottom with the names of 5 Windows operating systems in chronological order. Each OS should have a different background colour in the table. So you're making a table now.
Okay.
So here we go.
So I'm going to go.
So here we go. You're at the bottom, and what are you going to do?
So a table. So we're going to do setup,
Yep, so you've got the table border as one, yep. So
Yep.
your table is going to be contained inside that.
the table.
The blank space, yep.
Oh, right.
That's where your table is going to be stored. Okay.
Okay.
So
I
now,
put the 5 names of operating systems.
well, you need to actually kind of make bits of the table in there. You
Or
need
new
a new row,
horizontal
just new
item.
horizontal item.
Okay.
You can already see the table appearing there.
Yeah. So I will say Windows 95.
There you go, you've got the first one there. Now, instead of going into that, you know, code and doing all that again, how do you think you might just make 5 things really easy in its own little thing
Just
each time?
copying that.
TD?
Yeah.
Correct. So just copy that.
Just wait, copy, and then enter it.
5 times, but you just copied something else there. Okay, there you go, and you can just change each of those now.
Okay. So I know Windows 95. I'm going to then say, not that it was necessarily the next one.
Well, technically there was like Windows NT stuff in between.
I'm just going to
but
say
you can-
98.
Yeah.
Windows 2000.
Yep.
And I'm going to make this one XP. And I'm going to make this one Windows 8.
So skipping Vista and 7, yep.
Yep.
There we go.
And there we go.
Okay,
Yeah.
fantastic.
And I know they're definitely in chronological order.
Yep, and what was the last thing you needed to do there?
Should have a different
Background colour. So every background colour on that table, it should be different.
Okay, so I'm going to highlight that. Oh, wait a sec.
This program never got to the point where you were actually able to change colours.
Oh, so I can't do it. Why not?
You'll have to Google it. You've got Google. You're fine.
Okay. But I'll use that Google.
No.
Well, I may as well use that Google. It's in your website. Okay.
It's squashed.
Doesn't matter.
See how it's got table? It's got background colour.
Yeah.
They've done it, the background colour for the whole table. See that?
Yes.
So that's the background colour for the whole table. You also don't have to write an exact code there. If you want, you can just type like a red or something. You don't have to do the code, but you can just write the colour.
I'd rather do... Well,
yeah.
Why would you be silly enough to actually
But
give
where
the
it
code?
says there, because you want a precise colour, you might not like their red, you might want to modify it and make it a better red.
I like any red.
Okay. Well, anyway, all you type is that, but see how you've got it up here in table? Where do you think you'd put it so it just changes an individual cell?
I don't know.
So table, it's within
Is
the
there?
table one.
Okay,
but
well, I would do it equal a table border. Oh,
Where would you put it? For like just if you wanted to change Windows 95.
In here?
Where would you put it?
In front of the Windows 95.
Have a go.
But why is it called table border? Shouldn't it be...
It's table is border equals 1. So like for example, you could have a thicker table where it's 6 or 9. See how the border around the table is thick? You could have a border of 0. You see?
I don't mind the thick one. It looks 3D.
Okay, 9. There you go. Okay, well there you go. But let's get rid of this background colour equals red because you don't want it there.
Yeah.
Where do you want it? Because if you put it there, it does the whole table, but you don't want the whole table, you want the whole cell.
Okay, so I'm going to put it, so had it up there, table border equals.
Yep.
I'm going to say
Also-
Windows 95 equals. Will that work? No.
Have a look at where it is. In fact, right now, let's just pretend border didn't exist.
Yeah.
And it would just say table, right? When you want to define special features here of something, attributes, you actually have to put them after the word.
Table.
So table, then put the attributes in there before the close off bracket. You've got a new item in this table, so where do you think you'd put it?
Okay, I'd put it probably at the end of it.
For example, this border 9 thing isn't at the end of table, it's in the beginning. See? But where is it? It's
I'm just
before
going to say that.
Okay, so what was it? BG colour.
Yeah.
Do you remember what it is?
So it's BG colour equals red.
There you
So
go.
there we go.
See, it's I fixed that for you. It's you wrote colour as in the Australian. You have to write colour as in OR rather than OUR.
Okay.
So there you go. You've got it as red.
So I'm going to, look, I'm not
You
going
can
to...
copy and paste it.
Well, I will. Let me copy and paste it.
Okay, now you just simply have to change the colours on them.
Okay, so the first one's red,
Yep.
and I'm just going to make...
What's the next one
This
going to be?
one.
Maybe orange.
No.
Maybe make it a rainbow.
No, I'm going to
Green?
make it different.
I prefer lime, to be honest.
Well, you're not doing this. It's your website, but you're not doing it. So, blue.
The readability of that blue and green isn't so great.
I'm completing the task. It doesn't matter.
There you go. Now, do you think this is a lot easier writing it in this rather than, say, Notepad?
I'm going to try something. Instead of... I'm going to make it a little bit more.
Get rid of the space between light and blue. There. Light blue.
Yeah, and with the green, I'm going to make it like...
Trust me,
green.
write lime. Lime. Just write lime. It looks a lot prettier.
I'm going to do my own.
Okay.
There we go.
Well, there
Okay,
we
so
go.
that's like green. I'm now curious to see what lime would have been.
You got an N at the end. Okay, well, there...
Actually, no, I prefer mine because
There
it
we
goes
go.
better with the other
blue?
colours I've got there.
Yeah. Okay, well, there you go. You have completed these tasks. Once again, if you wanted to make this whole thing centered, you could actually come up to the top here and do center and the whole thing centered in the middle. Do you think it looks better centered?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, there you go. You've got it centered. Now, people don't generally use just HTML anymore. They use, like, JavaScript, CSS to make styling better and stuff. But you really haven't completely finished looking at all the great things you can do in just HTML alone. So let's just give you a little example. Okay, so after the table, look at this. Best site ever. See, that's called Marquee. But this is actually, they don't have this anymore with HTML. This has been phased out, depreciated. They don't use this anymore. People use it, they make their own effects with, better systems than this. But this is an old HTML thing, so you can make scrolling text. Right, and I just made it scroll 460 pixels. You can make that less if you want, just 60 pixels, like that. But I have it 460 pixels. But yeah, and you can just type anything there. You see what I mean? So instead of best site ever, what would you write? There you go, Philip's silly website scrolling along at the bottom. So that's just, yeah, what's so funny?
So stupid.
Yeah, at least you can see it live. But I mean, nobody would use this. I mean, the reason I never finished making this program is we were put onto a program at school called Dreamweaver, which is made by the same people who make like Adobe Fireworks and Photoshop and stuff. And it allows you to make websites visually.
Right, okay.
How do you think here you would have like different fonts in HTML? Like, you know how this is all the same font? How do you think you'd have different fonts in HTML? You're allowed to Google it. You can literally copy and paste code. They've got so many HTML examples out there. Feel free to copy and paste code from a website and put it in here. So you can go onto this website here, right?
Yeah.
And then you can literally, I've just copied that code of that and paste in, different elements of different websites, and you can kind of see how they do things. So for example, to get that impact text there, just go to where they've done their impact. Font size equals 4, face equals impact. You could make that font size larger. For example, you might say font size 9.
Yeah.
Bigger impact.
Well, that's
but
an
it's
impact.
Yeah, it's in, an actual table, but you could take it out of the table if you wanted to. It doesn't, in fact, let's take it out of the table. See, there you go, impact. And yeah, copyright Diana. There you go.
No.
So anyway, what do you think about trying to code in just basic HTML via text and stuff? The ability to just go onto other websites and kind of view source and steal their code and just add it to your own. What do you think about just using this to make websites?
Well, if I needed to make a website ever, I mean, this would be the way to do it.
No, it wouldn't be. You'd go on Wix and just do it like that. Honestly, you wouldn't use this. Nobody does 90s HTML anymore.
Okay, well...
I mean, nobody... This would be like such an early 2000s
Well, look, if
way
I
to make
needed to
websites.
do a website, just get you to do it. Simple.
So that's what... If you visited the website, that's kind of what it would look like. Okay.
No one's going to visit this website.
Well, you could
Well, they'll visit it once, but no more. And then they'll think, what the hell is this?
Anyway, that was Diana using just pure HTML to try and code a website. It's much more, advanced making websites these days. This is just, you don't even do this. Like, this is completely outdated method to make it.
But this is good, so you have a basic understanding of how websites
The actual
are
code
coded.
behind websites and stuff, yeah.
So this is good for, just for learning.
Yeah. I mean,
and understanding.
Not everybody, interacts with their website making process by actually going straight into the HTML code. I mean, it's good to know the HTML, like how it actually works, so that, how on some websites, like a countdown website, for example, they have add this timer to your website and it gives you the HTML code and you just copy and paste it straight into your website and you've got the code there and stuff. That's kind of how that works. But there we go. Today, you have made a website in just pure HTML.
Well, I must admit it was made much easier with your little help, with your little
program rather than trying to do it by itself.
It would have been a very boring video had I done it myself.
Yeah, okay. Well, maybe one day you can actually try out, a proper program such as Dreamweaver. This is a very outdated way, and using those kind of programs, you can actually click on websites, add elements, and it says add a checkbox, and you add checkboxes and stuff like that to your website in a much, better way and stuff like that. Anyway, we will see you guys in the next episode of OS First Timer. See ya.
Okay, bye.